Hello everyone and welcome back. It's me, Trophy Wife, and today we're going to continue our playthrough of Corpse Factory. So let's just get started. If you like, please like, comment, subscribe, it helps. And yeah, let's just get started. Some good news for you.
Really? What is it?
A few new cadavers were in the morgue when I arrived tonight.
Ah!
Also, I was thinking
What about?
something funny. We went to such lengths to make sure we didn't get caught stealing cadavers from here.
And?
Well, it's amusing that the entire place was ransacked by the human removal service, but no one ever investigated. No one here seemed to really care.
We tried so hard to cover our tracks, being careful about every single corpse we lifted. Then those assholes just waltzed in and stole everything without any repercussions.
Yeah.
It makes me sick. I want to bring them down.
Yeah.
Anyway, how many bodies came in today?
4. Not a great deal, but a start. Give it a week or two, and this place should be packed once more.
Okay, good. Thanks for letting me know.
Of course.
See you.
Later.
Since I've already cataloged the new arrivals, I figure I can relax for the rest of my shift. I plant myself on the uncomfortable steel chair parked near the morgue's entryway. A few moments later, I'm lost within the flashing lights from my phone screen. Don't know how long I zoned out, but when I came to, Noriko's name is embezzled across my screen. Strange for her to call me now, since we spoke just before.
Yo,
You're not going to believe this.
try me.
Somebody requested a death!
Ah, that explains the excitement in her voice.
Congrats. It's been a while.
It's been far too long. I thought we were done for. I thought Corpse Girl's website had fallen into obscurity.
Happy for you.
Kojiro, we can't let this slip through our fingers. We need a victory here. This new request has to be fulfilled immediately. I want this victim to die with a bang. I want his death to propel Corpse Girl's name back into the limelight.
Roger. Awaiting your orders.
I'm sending you the Vic's photo. Get me a corpse that matches his appearance, just like usual.
Only got a handful of bodies here, remember? Going to be a long shot.
Do whatever the fuck you have to do.
Her icy cold command leaves no room in for misinterpretation.
Copy that.
The call ends and I immediately receive the message from Noriko. Opening up reveals a photo of Corpse Girl's latest victim. Male, mid-30s or so, fairly unremarkable guy. And see what bodies are in stock. I leave myself off the steel chair and log into the morgue's computer. Scanning through the inventory only takes a few seconds. There are 5 cadavers here in total, with 4 that arrived today, plus the Junpei look-alike. Looking through the details reveals that of the 5, 3 are female and 2 are male. I immediately roll out using the Junpei look-alike corpse for this request. It's a heavy-set body and doesn't match the victim at all. I'll need to take a look at the other male, but I don't like the odds of finding a match. I navigate the cold chambers and open up the cache house the corpse is in question. The cold air spewing forth from the open compartment fogs up my glasses. I calmly remove them, wipe them against my coat, and return them to their rightful place. After unzipping the body bag, I am met with a face of death, a sight I have come more accustomed to after many long years working here. The guy is just average looking as Corpse Girl's victim. Seems like the type of person you wouldn't notice in a crowd. He'd simply just blur in against the body of sea of bodies. Might be exactly what we need. I compare his features to those of the victims in the photo. He looked similar, couldn't exactly mistake him for a relative, but maybe with a bit of Noriko's makeup handiwork, he might pass off as close enough copy. Only one problem. Unzip the body bag further reveals that the guy only has one arm. His left arm has been severed below the elbow, leaving a surgical stump. It's something that he has clearly lived with for years because the area in question is clean. Probably had a prosthetic limb before being moved in the morgue. This particular feature is a deal breaker, too hard to convince the victim that his own corpse is missing a limb. Although, perhaps Noriko could factor that missing limb into the cause of death. If I bloodied the stump a bit, it could be made to look like he lost an arm before he died. I reach for my phone and call Noriko back, getting sick of the chit-chat.
You find a suitable corpse?
Almost. Got a guy about the same age and build. Plain face. Needs some work, but could do the job.
Great! I'll send Tomoe over with the van right away.
Just one thing.
What?
The body is missing an arm.
Oh, that is a problem.
Yeah. Can you edit the corpse photo so that the victim is missing an arm? Make it look like it got chopped off before he died. That way, when he receives the actual corpse, he'll be expecting a missing limb.
No.
No?
I'm already in the middle of making the photo. I'm not changing it now.
Then I don't know what to tell you. Don't have any other suitable bodies.
Make it work, Kojiro.
That venomous tone again.
What can I do? Not going to roam the street and kill someone that looks like the Vic.
Come up with something else then. Hell, chop your own arm off and attach it to the corpse. I don't care what you do. But I need the body within the hour. If you let me down, I'll never be with you. Our relationship is tied to Corpse Girl's fate.
Oh, she's an ass.
If you let her down, you'll let me down. And I don't like being let down.
My phone beeps twice as if to protest Noriko's abrupt ending the call.
Fantastic.
She likes backing me into corners. What am I supposed to do? It's clear that she doesn't really have any intention of being with me. She's using me, dangling the promise of something I desire right in front of me. And yet, I need to have her. I need to prove to her that she should be with me. I lower my glasses and gently rub my brow with my fingers.
Shit.
I've got an idea, but I can't believe I'm about to do this. I slide my glasses back on, adjust them to their comfortable once more. I fetch the mobile mortuary lift and angle it underneath the tray protruding from the open cold chamber. With great deal of effort, I detach the tray from the chamber. It rests upon the top of the mortuary lift, allowing me to wheel the corpse across the morgue. And pushing it halfway across the room, I let the wheels come to a stop directly underneath one of the ceiling's glaring fluorescent lights. With that done, I turn the rummage around in the cabinets. I sort through a number of tools until I find what I'm looking for. Clutching the sterile implement and shaking hands, I return to the corpse lying atop the steel tray. I roll up the sleeve of my coat. Are you going to cut your own arm off?
For Noriko.
You must be stupid.
Here goes.
You are stupid. You are dumb. I angle the blade so that it cuts away from my elbow. I need to leave that intact. The cutting process is pure agony. To prevent myself from passing out, I keep my breathing steady and try to focus on something simple. Something my brain can handle without a flame with pain. How are you going to explain that your arm got cut off, though, to everyone? I begin to count 1, 2, 3. I count the second, and it takes me a jagged metal saw to reach bone. 15, 16. Still, just flesh and bone and muscle squirting down my coat. 20, 21. I think I reached sinew after 24 seconds, but it's hard to tell because there's a terrible numbness that is somehow worse than the original searing agony. My fingers clench, the saw begins to slip due to perspiration. It's getting harder to even hold the tool. Oh, sorry. After some 32 odd seconds, the saw hits bone. I saw it back and forth, cutting into the dense matter with as much strength as my failing body can muster. Vomit and drool have soaked the front of my coat and began to smear together with the blood. It's forming a shallow pool at my feet, and the stench of the mixed liquid threatens to overwhelm my senses. Counting the seconds has become infinitely more difficult. 43, 44, 430. Was it 21 seconds so far? No, it's been longer than that. It has to have been a minute by now. I've been sawing into my own arm for a full minute, but the blade still hasn't cut through all of the bone. Don't recall when I fell to my knees. Don't recall when I stood back up. Don't recall running my slimy fingers through my hair, or when flakes of blood splattered across my glasses, or when my bladder relieved itself. Don't even recall why I'm doing this. Is it for Shinjuku? Is it because I love her? No. Noriko. It's for Noriko. Actually, it's for Corpse Girl. I have to prove I'm worthy of her. I have to be loved by her. There's nothing else for me. 97, 98. As my counting reaches 99 seconds, my arm falls to the wet, tiled floor, flopping like a dead fish against the back of a boat. I let out a groan of what can only be called relief and slump in myself, resting in the pool of foul liquid. My vision is blurry, my breathing is ragged. The same part of my consciousness knows I need to treat my wound. I need to apply a tourniquet or cauterize the damage, or I'm going to bleed out and die on the floor of my own morgue. But a quiet voice in my mind, the very same one that drove me to such an extreme measure, urges me to finish my work. Getting my feet is a struggle. I try to push myself off the ground using both arms. One, of course, I fall flat on my face when my right arm fails to react to my mental instructions. I think the lenses on my glasses smash against the tile because the eyes seem to be bleeding now. As my second attempt of pushing off the ground is more successful. My left arm is somehow strong enough to hoist my barely responsive body. I sway and stagger around aimlessly before collecting myself enough to attempt to fish my severed arm off the ground. Luckily, I managed to grasp the blood and vomit-soaked wrist of my former limb with one good hand. I drag myself towards the mortuary lift that holds aloft the corpse I need to attach my arm to. But I don't think this through. I didn't really know how to attach a severed limb. I bludgeoned the corpse stump with this useless arm, trying to find some point of connection that will magically fuse the arms to the corpse. It's hopeless. And as I madly flail the arm around, I can't help but laugh at the whole situation. Of course I can't attach my arm to this corpse. The corpse is missing its left arm. Oh my god. You cut off your wrong arm? I cut off my right arm. You must be stupid.
Good one.
I throw my useless attached arm behind me and rest my weary body against the mortuary lift. Accompanying my laughter is the laughter of somebody else nearby. I have to listen really intently to confirm I'm not just hallucinating, but I'm certain that somebody was walking into the line of vision, even if there's nothing more than a dark blurred silhouette.
Yo, bro, you don't look so hot. What'd you do, cut off your own arm?
Oh, it's Jinpei. I know that voice, but I can't place it right now. It's not my voice, and it's not Noriko's
Want me to
voice.
take the pain away?
Yes, please. I'd give anything to remove the pain. I can't voice my consent. My mouth is dry, my jaw locked in
Here.
place.
Nothing a little fire can't fix.
The figure comes closer. His smells foul like a dog that has bathed in gasoline. A dog. The heavy-set figure and I now assume is Jinpei is crouched over me. The smell of gasoline intensifies as he pours some sort of cold liquid all over my clothes.
Pity I gotta light this place up. But you guys didn't get the hint when we stole all of your corpses. Well, you ain't gonna be nothing without your precious morgue. And Corpse Girl is gonna wither away without her right-hand man. Right hand. Get it, Kojimbo?
The way he deliberately mispronounces my name really bothers me. It bothers me so much that the anger boiling inside me gives me the strength to open my mouth once more.
It's Kojiro.
Sure, bro. Sleep tight.
The dog lifts his body and disappears into oblivion behind the sight. An unmistakable sound of a match being struck should fill me with panic, but I feel strangely calm. Warm, glowing tendrils of flame flicker through the outskirts of my vision. So he's gonna die now, right? There's no way he survives this. Fire. The entire morgue is alit. The acrid smell of smoke quietly covers up the odor of gasoline. Fire. I lost my family to fire so many years ago. Maybe it's fitting that I should perish in the same way. Fire. I hate fire. I hate it and I fear it. Fire. It's everywhere surrounding me. The sickening stench of burning flesh permits my nostrils, and I realize that it's the smell of my severed arm being incinerated behind me. Fire. I close my eyes. Really sleepy right now. Lost a lot of blood after all.
Sorry, Noriko. Sorry I loved you.
Aw, I didn't want him to die, though. Noriko should be the one that probably dies. That was Act 2. Oi, Satao. 1 month later. September 20th, Saturday. Ooh, I'm so mad. I really wish I could scream at him. I really, really want to scream, but he's one of the best customers. I just wish he would take the rules seriously.
I said no free refills.
The squeak of my voice surprises even me. Gosh, I've never yelled at a customer before. It feels so liberating. I feel free. The customer hangs his head. He looks as guilty as I feel on the inside. Oh gosh, I shouldn't have raised my voice at him. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I'm going to get fired for this, I just know it.
Sorry, Miss Owie. I'll never ask again, I promise.
Make sure you don't.
That's it. Don't let him see you back down. Be firm, girl. Stand up for yourself. The customer scurries away and I nearly faint from the adrenaline pounding through me. What a rush. I can't believe I didn't back down.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
When I feel like I've calmed down, I fetch the cloth and begin to wipe down some tables. This place hasn't been too busy lately. I'm still shaking when I think about the incident last month that drove away a lot of our customers. That man, that tall, scary man with glasses and an evil face. He hurt my sweet little Junpei. He cornered him in the very cafe and stabbed his fingers with cutlery. What kind of sick freak does something like that? I know there's something between those two. I can't even forget the time the man left Junpei all bruised and broken on the ground outside his apartment. Grr. I hate that man. Who does he think he is, bullying my sweetheart? A pleasant little chime rings out from my pocket, and I recognize it as a notification I set to let me know when the cafe is closing.
Phew. Guess I better get going.
Luckily for me, I'm not a closing duty tonight. My coworkers will take care of all that. All I need to do is sign out of the employee app on my phone, and my full shift will be automatically recorded. Then I'll get paid on time, just like usual.
Bye, everyone.
I wave farewell to the other girls and duck out the front door. As usual, my cute little honeybee is awaiting me outside. I don't like the all lovey-dovey crap.
Sup, baby doll?
Junpei,
I rush into his arm and give him a hug, big snuggly cuddle.
I'm so happy to see you.
Of course, babe. I'm always here for you. How was your shift?
Not so bad.
Glad to hear it. Guess things really have changed around here.
Yep. It's so much better since the old manager left.
Good, good. You come tell Junpei if anyone else gives you trouble, yeah?
I will.
I nuzzle into his broad chest once more and immediately feel safe and warm.
Can I come back to your place?
Yes.
He holds my hand and leads me towards the train station. I'm so excited I'm with him again.
Would you like tea, my dear?
Whoa now, Sugar Plum. You've been serving drinks to people all day. You go kick your feet up and I'll do the brewing.
Junpei's so thoughtful. Every word he says makes it clear how much he cares for me.
Thank you.
I heed his instructions and nestle myself comfortably onto the sofa. As I wait for him to finish up in the kitchen, I scroll through my noise feed. I don't have that many friends on here, mainly just family members, but I still like to see what everybody's up to lately. Plus, Junpei always shares funny memes and pics on his profile, so I love seeing those. After scrolling for a minute, I come across a status update from a friend I haven't heard from in a while. Noriko Kawisa 2 hours ago.
What does that mean?
Her entire post is short and meaningless, and it just says HEI3. HEI3? I don't know. What on earth does that mean? When was the last time I talked to Noriko anyway? She used to call all the time. I used to call her too. But somewhere along the lines, we fell out of touch. After I introduced her to Junpei, I kind of got the feeling she was jealous. Noriko always had feelings for me. Maybe being introduced to my boyfriend really hurt her. Oh, now I feel terrible.
Your tea, my love!
Junpei sits down 2 teacups on the small coffee table in front of the sofa. Steam rises slowly from both cups. The sight and scent immediately relaxed me.
Thank you, Pumpkin.
Junpei scoots onto the sofa right next to me and he leans his head on my shoulder. I raise a hand and run it through my hair and continue scrolling through noise with my other hand. A post from a guy I went from school, Shinya Fujikawa, grabs my attention. Shinya with a capital S. One step closer to solving the mystery of the deaths around Tokyo. helping my father collect evidence from the crime scene. It's like a dream come true. Thank you, Father. Interesting. I think Shinya always wanted to be a detective. Come to think of it, we were supposed to work together in Timunjin. Shinya lined me up that job for me, and
Who's this dude?
Junpei's gaze is fixated on Shinya's profile picture.
Oh, Shinya?
I tap on his pic and load his full profile.
We went to school together.
I scan through his profile and read some more of the recent posts. My father has enlisted me to help with this top secret investigation. Can't divulge any further information. My lips are sealed, top secret. So happy that I managed to get the lead on this case. I've submitted more information to the detective in charge of the serial murders around Tokyo, who just happens to be my father, and he said I can join the investigation team as a probationary member.
This guy has a real father complex, doesn't he?
Maybe.
No one tells you what to expect when you experience heartbreak. No one tells you how hollow and empty you will feel. Oh, did him and T break up? It's important to throw yourself into your work. I will do so.
Heartbreak? Something about this dude tells me he's never had a girlfriend in his life.
Huh. I wonder.
Farewell, my love. I'm sorry I couldn't be the man you wanted me to be. To T, my soulmate, my other half, my one, and everything. Please forgive me.
Jeez. Have some dignity, dude.
Wow. He really likes to share everything, doesn't he? I swear, he never used to be this dramatic.
Junpei yawns and puts his arm around me, a classic move. He's so sweet and romantic. I put my phone down and snuggle onto his body. He's like a big, soft teddy bear.
I should get going once I finish this cup of tea.
Really? Do you have to go?
Yeah, sorry, babe. I gotta check in on Mom tonight.
Oh, okay.
You'll be okay, right?
The thought of being alone forms a pit in my stomach.
Don't worry. I'll help you out before I leave.
Thank you.
Junpei takes one last sip of his tea and gets to his feet.
I'll check the usual stuff.
Yes, please.
He walks behind the sofa, ruffles my hair with his rough hand. The bandage wrapped around his fingers feels coarse against my scalp. As he wanders around my small apartment, he calls out,
Oven and stovetop are both switched off. The kitchen tap is off.
He moves into the bathroom and his voice echoes against the tiled wall.
Tap is off in here too. And the shower is off.
Finally, he moves to the front door.
I'll lock this door properly when I walk out. You just have to put the deadbolt in place, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Anytime, sugar. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Love.
With that, Junpei walks out the door and closes behind him. I quickly dash from the sofa to the door, slide the deadbolt in place.
All done. The door is locked. The door is locked. The door is locked.
I take a deep breath and tiptoe back to the sofa, then collapse onto it. Junpei is so good to me. He truly helps me out. When I'm alone, I find it so hard to be sure that everything is in order. I can't sleep or leave the apartment if there's a possibility that I've left the tap running or an appliance switched on. I can't relax if I think the door might be unlocked. I have to check things again and again until there's no shadow of a doubt that things are the way they should be. I don't remember when the obsessive-compulsive behavior first started, but I've been battling it for so long as I can recall. At the very least, when Junpei's here, he checks everything for me. He's so good to me. It saves me so much time. It stops me from having to stand in front of the kitchen sink for 5 minutes, constantly checking the double-checking if the tap is running. Logically, I know it's easy to see if the water's flowing from the faucet. You can see it, you can hear it, and you can feel it if you slip your hand underneath the flow. But logically rarely applies when I find myself second-guessing my own senses. I can glance at the faucet and tell myself that it's been turned off properly, it's not dripping. But when I turn away, what if I'm wrong? What if it actually is still running? I feel like my mind is betraying me. I feel like I can't trust anything I see or hear. When in doubt, it should be simple a matter. It's just quickly check one more time. But the more I check, the less certain I become. And it's not just the faucet I have trouble dealing with. It's nearly everything. I unplug appliances from the power sockets to make sure they're definitely not still running. I flick light switches on and off 20 times in a row to ensure I haven't left a bulb on when I leave a room. I open and close doors repetitively, and locks are the worst. I have to examine them from every possible angle to convince myself that no one can possibly break in. My condition is completely and utterly fucked up. Struggling against it has caused other horrible afflictions to evolve with me: anxiety, depression, self-hatred. I just feel like I can't do anything without the shadow of my compulsive disorder looming over me and controlling me. And so tonight, like many other nights, I decided to sleep right where I am, here on the sofa. Getting up and going into the bedroom is too much effort. Sleeping here is just as much easier. I begin to drift off, my face planted against the sofa cushion, my legs draped over the armrest. September 21st, Monday morning. Alright guys, I'm going to end this episode here, and we will pick it up in the next video. I will catch you guys later, and thank you for watching. Bye!